Waiting for people to join in. We got a couple of people in now. Let me know when you join and let me know if you can hear me. Oh, what? Hopefully everybody's having a good day. It is very, very rainy and dark here today, so my lighting is not great. One of the reasons I always do 10 a.m. lives is that's when the sun is coming in and it's the best lighting for me. But today there is no sun. It is completely cloudy, so I'm having to deal with lights, and that's not great. Got a couple of people viewing. Oh, I lost my, here we go. Lost my link. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and as people join in, we can catch them up. So, good morning. Today is the first Sunday live that I'm doing. I'm sorry, this, hey T, how are you? The first September live that I'm doing. And the September challenge is to take inspiration from sunflowers. So I'm going to be using the 49 in Market Botanical Buzz collection because they have yellows and greens and browns like a sunflower. I'm going to be scrapbooking this picture from this week of my family at morning Bobby, morning tea. My family at the Tafiti statue in Epcot because I thought that kind of went with the theme. I have one, yes, one floral based Disney acrylic. We're going to be using that piece in this, and then we'll use the rest of it from 49 and Market's uh, Botanical Buzz collection. So just like everything else, I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with the papers and figure out what papers we have. I have used some of this collection, but not all of it. So maybe this will give you guys a good feel for what's in the collection. There is a really cool linen, and I'll hold it up, linen with a wood grain brown on it that I used to back something earlier. So got that. We could use that. Lots, the same kind of feel, a linen with the green. What size is your photo? Let's just be clear. I printed directly from the image, and I think it's a 5 by 7. Yeah, it's 4 3/4 by 7. So I thought I was printing a 4 by 6, and apparently I had 5 by 7 listed. So sometimes when you print things, you print what you print, and you just deal with it. And this is one of those times where I thought I was printing a 4 by 6, and I printed a 5 by 7. So it is a 5 by 7. It's going to take up a lot of real estate. That's okay. Hi, Dad. Love you. That's my dad right there in his Epcot shirt. He's on the chat too. So anyway, let's go back to the paper. So we've got this green linen. We've got an actual kind of a fabricy background here with 3 by 4 cut apart cards that are really more for journaling. We have this really cool floral background, which, because the theme this month is to take inspiration from sunflowers, that might be a good one. But look at that. Look how cool that is. A big design paper. Lots of honeycombs in this collection. So this is a yellow honeycomb design, kind of mixed media look paper with, now here's what you're supposed to do with this. And I'm just going to show y'all. I don't know if you can get the full look. It's supposed to be a double page layout kind of with the florals kind of going together. It's really cool. Or you could do the double page with the florals in the middle. But you don't have to, but I'm just saying they do design those papers that way. Hey, Kathy. Another mixed media with honeycomb, this time in the green and blues. This one has this really cool floral with kind of lines. It's actually a ledger, so you could write on it. This one has the big hexagon in the middle. You could flip it if you wanted it to be flat. And then another ledger paper. Once again, this was a flipped ledger, so you could do a double page layout with those two. And then the wood grain in the teals and yellows with this having the florals. Now let's look at that. Oh, except the flowers are coming off the ground. Like if I could have flipped that and this didn't have those stems, that would have been a cool page to do. Here is the actual honeycomb in the greens and blues. And then this is a ticket background page. Here is the cover collection. On the back of this is a green honeycomb, but just think you could cut this or even cut this and use that on the bottom of a page. It would be really cool. Or put this on the top. Yeah, be a lot of fun. You could use this paper or this one. Stack those up a little bit cleaner. This is a really cool watercolor greens and blues. OT, you're going to love it. I love it already. Another one of the fabric-y backgrounds. And these that are kind of the linen on one side and watercolor on the other were in a separate package. So like there was the package of the solids. These are the kind of the solids. And that's what these are. So the 49 Market solids are not really solid. They're this really cool kind of design. In this case, linen with the watercolor. Here's a green, kind of a grayish, almost a green gray. The yellow, oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. The teal. And then the actual paper packaging on this one is a really cool light wood grain, kind of fencing with text on it. And then the border strip on this is actually, I'm going to try to see if you guys can read that. I'm going to try to put it to where you can read it. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. I'll move it forward. This is not as easy. Okay. Is actually like little tags you could cut out. Tabs you could cut out. You're amazing, happy moment, treasured memory. So you could cut this packaging. So don't miss out on the packaging. Okay, so now we've looked at all the paper. We have to make a decision on what we want to do. Big photo, big, huge photo. And we've got to decide what we want to do. We need to have some yellows and greens because of the prompt. So we could do a couple of different things. Let's see. I really, really, really love this paper that has the florals already on it, but then we won't have to embellish it very much. So maybe we won't go with that this time. Maybe because the photo's so big, we want to use some of the embellishments. I think we need to veer yellow. I really do, because there's so much green in this. So let's start with one of these yellow pieces as the background. And then let's find that kind of random brown that I had already cut some of. It's in here somewhere. We know it is. There was one piece that I had already used. We'll just finish that up in here. I think we'll be able to mat the photo in that. Let's start with those and then we'll go from there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Hi, Mom. I think I'm going to do the yellow solid and put the brown behind it, and then we're going to use embellishments and some of these rub-ons. So we're going to use some of these rub-ons to make this yellow paper a little more fun. Because really, what's the point of getting a 49 in Market collection if you don't use the rub-ons? So let's trim off the border strips on these. Let's trim this, and then let's figure out what we're doing. Does anyone besides me have this collection? Also, I'm just so excited to be back. I'm to be back with my trimmer and my paper that I print itself. It's just so nice to be back printing on matte photos. I've been dealing with glossy photos for about a month now because of my printer disaster, and I'm just so glad to be back on matte photos. I don't I don't know what it is. I don't like scrapbooking. I don't like scrapbooking the glossy. Oh, I do love rub-ons. Love rub-ons, love rub-ons, love rub-ons. This rub off too. Okay, so we got the yellow, we got the brown. We're not sure what we're gonna do with this yet. We'll just put this aside. Let's look at the rub-ons. Hey, B. Also, don't miss out on some of the packaging here too. So we have some hexagons. We have a really cool graphic hexagons. Some little uh, beehive things. We have lots of words and word strips. Oh, these seem like they're new to 49 in Market. Little word strip rub-ons. That's fun. We have more beehives, some butterflies, and we have numbers in case you wanted to do a list of journaling or dates. And that's what we've got. We've got 3 pages of rub-ons. So let's start with what do we want to do? I think I want to take, we're going to go big, I think, and take this little floral piece and put it down here. This also has 1, 2, 3 numbers. They are changing it up some, and I love that. So we're going to start with this floral piece, and we're going to do this in the bottom. We're not going to get the, apparently we're going to get all of this. Start with this one, and then we're going to add to it. You guys see? Okay, yep, you can. Okay. What I might do is I think I have some yellow rub-ons still from another collection, and I might see if I can pull those in as well, but I have no idea where they are. So we might not do that. These rub-ons seem to be sticking a little bit more than some of their other ones, but you just got to continue to push down. And I will say, the bigger the design you're trying to rub on, so this is one huge big rub-on, the more you've got to just kind of push it down to kind of start the peel. And then once you start the peel, it's very easy. But you do want to be real careful around those edges to make sure you get the rub on. So I'm going to look real quick and see if the yellow ones are right where I think they are. They are great. If they're not, then we won't worry about them. a whole bunch of stuff in here, but I'm not seeing my yellow rub-ons. This is all of the things from collections that I haven't used yet, used up. So I have a ton of the rub-ons in blue. Apparently I bought a whole blue collection and didn't use it. But I don't see the yellows, which I also thought I bought. You would think I would be more organized, but then you would be wrong. I mean, technically I am pretty organized because I do know where all this extra stuff is, but I think I might have moved the yellow to be with another collection, which is part of the other thing I do sometimes is store these with collections I want to use. And that means they become harder to find in moments like this. But that's okay. Okay, so we've got that one. And now we're going to want to figure out what we want to do with this photo. I think, do we want to just do a mat or do I want to do a strip of paper? If I do a strip of paper like this, and then I could take the branding strips like that. Do you guys like that? Or do you think I should just mat the photo? I could also get ribbon. Michelle sent ribbon with this. So I could do green ribbon on either side. I do need a spreadsheet of fun for my collections, Dad. That is 100% true. I do need a spreadsheet of where I put everything. That just seems even more overwhelming than spreadsheeting Disney stuff. Not gonna lie. Okay. You like it with the ribbon, like the ribbon, like the ribbon. Do we like the one big swath of paper? I think I am going to trim it just a little bit. Ribbon and big swath of paper. Let's see how big this is right now. It's greater than 6 right now, so we're going to take it down to 6. Okay. Take it down to 6. We'll put that down, and then we'll put rub-ons around it so we kind of know where we're going from. Oh, we got Mom and Kathy with ribbon, and we got T with branding strips. Got a little bit of a drama going on. I think I'm gonna do ribbon T. We have a rule here. When Mom says it, you do it. Ribbon wins, ribbon wins. Yes, ribbon wins. That's okay. Also, use your ribbon. Use it. Don't just, Michelle sends it to you not because she thinks you want a collection of ribbon, but because she thinks you might use it. And typically, she sends you the ribbon that matches the collection so you can use it with the collections. She sent me this green with this collection, saying to me, Jessica, this is the ribbon that goes with this collection. You should use it. So there we are. We're doing it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And now we kind of know where we can add additional rub-ons. So let's go back to the rub-ons now. I think we want to add on here. We have some of the oh dear, honeycomb. We're going to cut it out so that it makes a couple of areas. do those. Let's put those down. Probably go ahead and do this one too, since we have it. Put this one here. Put these over here. See, I did. That's okay. We're gonna fix it. It'll be fine. Let's rub this one down and then we'll peel. When layering your rub-ons, do not start to layer them until you have actually rubbed them on. Just a little tip. Okay, we are rubbing everything on. This one on. Say this would be great if I had more nails. So I see T does not have this collection. Did anybody have this collection? I didn't see anybody say yes. I was just wondering. I got it, I think, during the Christmas in July sales, and I'm just now opening it up and really, really have enjoyed using it. Also, we're starting to do a real countdown towards our in-person crop. Who's getting excited about that? Those of you that haven't heard, Belle is coming with me. So Belle will be there at the in-person crop. I'm going to add a little floral over there. Now, some of these kind of come off as very vellumy. They're not really stickers. So I will say, if you wanted to do them on this brown, you need to be real careful um, about what rub-ons. You need to pick rub-ons that have a little more opaque color to really show up on the brown. Like these words are not going to show up because they're dark or they're even the light ones. So if you wanted to put words, you need to make sure you have a lighter color background. Just my personal feedback on that. So there's one that says the love of a family is the greatest blessing or life's greatest blessing. So because this is my family, I'm going to get that and I'm going to put that here on this. These are really, oh, and it fell on the floor. Fell on the floor. That's not good. Would be lost forever. I have saved it. I have saved it. And we are going to put it not upside down. Not upside down, because that's something else I've done. Put on a rub on upside down. So even this green, it's not really gonna, it's gonna show up, but the words, because the words are basically see-through, would not have shown up on this brown. So you just have to be careful about what you're rubbing on and pick a lighter color background. I know T's done a couple where she's just taken the whole sheet of rub-ons and put it on white to create a new pattern paper. That's a really good way. And then quite frankly, if you wanted it, you could cut it out. So if you rubbed this whole thing down on a white piece of paper, you would then be able to fussy cut out all of these for titles because they'd be on white. So if you're looking at this and you're thinking, this is a title I really want, but I don't think I can rub it on, think about cutting it out, rubbing it on a piece of white, and then maybe using a die or a punch to cut out the phrase, and then you would be able to use that as your title. So just, think about creative ways to use your supplies to get the look you're looking for. Okay, last sheet of rub-ons, and I really feel like we need something else. Maybe over here. I kind of think that since we are dealing with outdoors, we're gonna just go ahead and put a little bee down there. Super fun. And maybe we'll put two bees up there. Let's just do it. Okay. Exactly, the best bang for your buck. Also, I have just broken a fingernail if anybody cares. That's pretty normal for me. But you can use your supplies in a lot of different ways, particularly the rub-ons. I think we get a little sometimes we treat the rub-ons like they're stickers and they're not stickers. So, you can use them in different ways than stickers, and it really gives them a lot more flexibility. They can be used as mixed media, they can be used as titles, they can be used on photos, on paper, on chipboard. They don't give any bulk, which is another thing I really love about them. So I'm doing the December Daily again, which I know surprises nobody. And December Daily's books get so bulky. So it's really nice to have rub-ons because they are basically there's no dimension. They're even thinner than stickers in most cases, and they can be layered easily without adding dimension. Just very useful scrapbooking supply that I'm glad made a comeback. They were really popular in the early 2000s, but the quality was not what it is now, so people kind of stopped using them. But when 49 and Market brought them back, they really brought them back with a much higher quality. Oh, exactly. You can do them on vellum. You can do them on acetate. So you could do them on top of a page protector. So for things like December Daily, where I do a lot of outside the page protector with like flip ups and those kinds of things, rub-ons can go on top of the page protector very easily, and then you can use that to do things with. Okay, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. Quick, Mom, what's that from? Um, Now let's see what we have as far as other embellishments for this collection. There are puppy stickers. There's puppy stickers. We have four title options. Treasured Memories. Treasured Memories. And we have a bunch of hexagons on this. We have a washi tape sheets. If I had thought about it, I would have used those instead of ribbons. We don't really need washi tape, so we'll put that to the side. We have an entire container of chipboard and of die cut elements. So let's start with a chipboard and see if there's any titles we like in there that's better than Treasured Memories. So everybody remember Treasured Memories in your head. Treasured Memories puppy stickers. And let's go through here. We have Kindness Makes You Beautiful. We have Bloom. We have Dream. We have Believe in Your Dreams. Always and Forever. Make the Day Amazing. Beauty and Simplicity. Live in the Moment. Grow Where You Are Planted. Okay, kind of like Grow Where You Are Planted because this is our family and it's a bunch of people that grew together. It's kind of cute. Cherish the moment. Cherish this moment. Hello. No, I don't like Hello, My Sunshine. Don't like Hello, My Sunshine. We got all these little phrases we'll come back to. Follow your heart. No. Wild and free. Now that might be a fun one for this. Oh, but you know what? Mom and Dad, I should do this for the safari pictures. Put that over there. Radiant and bright. Wonderful adventure. That's another one. There's just this little love that could go down here. Dreamer. Oh, picture perfect. That's another one. And shine. Okay. We have treasured memories in the, which I'm gonna just I'm going to get rid of treasured memories. We don't like that one as much. So we have four options. Cherish this moment, wonderful adventure, picture perfect, and grow where you are planted. An American in Paris, exactly. An American in Paris. Good job, Mom. Wonderful, it's marvelous. Um, which one do we like? Now, the good thing about Cherish This Moment is and Picture Perfect is they have a little bit of the yellow. Grow Where You're Planted are green. We would just have to bring in some other embellishments. Dad likes Grow Where You're Planted. That's one vote for Grow Where You're Planted. Anybody have an opinion other than Dad? Otherwise, we're going with Dad. Grow Where You're Planted. Like it, and I'm going to leave the love down here because I think that's fun. Sticking with the diagonal. Now, let's look at these little word strips and see if there's anything we like. Anything is possible. Smile, sparkle, stay golden. Confidence is pure beauty. Beauty is from within. Side by side always, I kind of like. I'm with Daff. Daff. I'm with Daff too. Forever starts with you. Some of these are very like, rah-rah, but not in the great way we're going rah-rah. Kindness makes you beautiful. Be your own masterpiece. We're going to go side by side always. However, these would be great on a card. Like, be your own masterpiece. Anything is possible. Forever starts with you. Smiles. These would be really good card sayings. Or different. So there's a lot you could do with this collection. It's just not what I'm particularly doing with these pieces. Good morning. I'm with Dad. Bro, where is your planted is good. Bro, Mom. I mean T. That was T, not Mom. Mom had Daff and T had bro. I'm gonna add it. Bro, where is your planted? Where is it? That you've turned it into a question, which I actually love. Um, that was funny, T. Okay, let's do love down here. Grow where you're planted up here. We're hugging the photo. Side by side, always here. And now we need to add a little something, something. So this is a lot of big tags and stuff. Well, yeah, we're not going to pull from this time. Unless, oh, you know what? Unless she said with such confidence and then completely changed her mind right away. Look what we could do there. We could do that there, add a little bit of yellow. I can put something in that. And then down here, I can add the next one. Oh, I like that. Just a little bit of diagonal. Actually, I really think I want to switch that around. And why am I able to move this, T? Why? Because I used wet glue instead of doing the other one. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Immediately changed my mind. Immediately first said, oh, I'm not going to use these. Then immediately went in and used them. As soon as I looked on the back. So just wanted to bring in a little bit of yellow there. That's fun. Benzene rings. Your hands are tied up and I'm using text. I figured that out, but it still was funny. Okay, we have this. Doesn't really go. Okay, now we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna look at the laser cuts. Lasers. Okay, we've got a bunch of florals. Let's pull some yellows because we're trying to get some yellows in for the prompt, which is sunflower colors, which we basically already done with our backgrounds, the yellows and browns. I'm gonna do this one and this one. Pull. I've used a lot of these already. I don't know if you guys can tell, but wet glue is a lifesaver. Agreed, agreed, agreed. Now, these laser cuts are just, I gotta glue that down. They're just real flimsy. And that's the beauty of them because they're just really pretty, but it's also part of the problem. So just be real careful when you're pulling these out. Let's go to this one. What do we got here? Oh, pulling into the honey stuff more than maybe we needed to. But we do have some more benzene because that's what they are, Mom. Benzene rings. Well, Amy, I'm still going. I'm still going. I do like this pot of flowers. I just don't know that I might be able to stick it underneath something. Might be able to stick it somewhere. Yeah, look at that. Give it a little shelf to lay on. But these right there, we're kind of making a little thing. I I don't I don't know why, but I'm trying to fly. I'm gonna kiss the girl, but I think I need a little bow here. Bow makes me happy. Okay. Also, packaging on this. Back of this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 tags you can cut out. Cut out and use them. So, the 49 Market does a great job of making the packaging usable. Let's build up these cute little clusters here and see what we've got. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take this green little leaf. We're going to stick it right there. Then we're going to stick this floral behind it. You guys see okay? I'm apologizing about the shadow, but it is basically nasty, nasty outside, and I have no light in my room. Okay, fun, fun. Okay, then we want to stick this. Once again, I used wet glue so I can lift it up a little bit underneath there. You know what else we want to do? We're going to cut it. It's mine. I can cut it. Say that to yourself when you're cutting things and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm ruining this product. No, you're not. It's yours. You can cut it. You're allowed. I used to always say, and you can get more. Not as much anymore because a lot of this stuff sells out, but still, the principle stands. Okay. Gonna add a little bit of wet glue to this. We're gonna slip that down. And look at that. Okay. Then we're going to, right on this edge, add this cute little bow because it just calls to me. This, and I'm going to lift it up very quickly just so you guys can see it. Hopefully. So what we did is we made our own little, with rub-ons and the die cuts, our own little cluster there. It adds a ton of dimension and it's actually very, very flat. So love how that turned out. I still have these little yellow flowers that I may add over here. Haven't decided yet. We'll put them right there. But now let's go up to the top and figure out what we're going to do up here. This, I think this one we're going to put, and it's going to go in front of the hexagon. And this really tall flower, I kind of want to go here, but I'm going to have to. Are you ready for this? It's mine. I'm going to cut it. All good. Love the bow. Thank you, Bobby. I did too. I thought it just added a little something something. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. And I have humorously, I've picked out a lot of yellow and I feel like I need to go back and I need a little bit more white. I think I need another white here. So that's that collection. I just feel like it needs something white here. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm gonna go look to see what we have. Go back to the page. And do we have, yep, we've got a couple of lone whites here. I'm gonna just pull this one. Maybe I am. Also, once you have wet glue on your hands, pulling laser cuts becomes infinitely harder. Just FYI. Okay. Fun, fun, fun. Let's put this one little white one right here because it does add a little bit of color, a little bit of other color. Now, the last thing that we really, oh, come on, stay there, stay there. Let's hold it down while the glue dries. Let's just hold it here. We're just going to hold it, hold it, hold it. I know, I love this collection. I have loved it a lot. The last thing we're going to add is this lovely floral Mickey. And I think we're going to put it right there. Acrylic, wet glue. Doesn't do so well. I would use your tape runner, your tape gun, sticky dots, something like that. Excellent. Oh, see, now this one, this little flower I added, it is not sticking. We're going to have to add some extra glue. We're going to try again. So for those of you that don't know or don't follow on Facebook, today is John's birthday. So we're going to be going to the wine bar with him in a little while. But if you're friends with John on Facebook and you want to say happy birthday to John, that would be cool. Okay, last thing. Instead of enamel dots, we have a whole sheet of puffy hexagons. A whole sheet of puffy hexagons. This is too fun and kind of a little overwhelming because I want to use them all. But instead, we're going to use 3 in 3 different colors. Oh, but full disclosure, they smell. They smell like rubber, which I know is what they are, but wow, that's a strong smell. Ooh. You know, like when you get Crocs or something wet, like rubber wet, that is, yeah, it's a lot. Not gonna lie, there's a lot. So maybe if you get this collection, you might want to let it air out. And kind of the thing about scrapbooking and about design is you always try to do threes. That is really a suggestion, not a rule, but it works quite a bit. So I am loving how this looked. I think it turned out very well. Hey T, what do you think it needs to make it perfect? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's something that we could add to the last minute of a page that takes it from being flat to having a little more color, a little more sparkle. What do we think that could be? Just waiting for T to jump in here since her hands are full and she can't talk. Oh, T, where are you? Come on. Amy, you might have to help T out. Nobody wants to say splatter time? Splatters. There she is. There she is. Splatters, splatters, splatters. Okay. Let's just go through and see what I got in here. We're gonna pull from my distressed mica stains and see if I've got this flickering candle, which is cool, crooked broomstick, and then I've got bubbling cauldron. All of these were obviously from a Halloween collection that I got. That also I have specimen, which is a darker green that I haven't opened yet. Tree lot. Oh, maybe I should open this just to open it. Let's open it. Splatter, splatter, splatters. We're gonna do some splatters. We're gonna see if we can open this without hurting ourselves. Um, my comment on the Distress Oxide mica stains is they sell them or they sold them as Halloween and Christmas sets, but really there's nothing on this that says, hey, it was sold as specimen, which was a Halloween color that was supposed to look like zombies or something. Um, you can only use this on Halloween pages. No, it's just a really good olive green. If you need an olive green, guess what you have now? You have a really good olive green. So, I the same thing applies to the red and the blue um, in the Christmas collections. There was Winterberry, which is a really good teal blue. So, if you got these and you're storing them with your holiday supplies, take them out and use them on your day to day. But if you're like me and you're storing them and you haven't used them yet and you're going to try it on a live to open a package, rethink that life choice. Because I'm telling you, trying to open this on a live is probably not the smartest thing I've done today. But we are getting there. Balsam would be a good option too in the mica. Yes. Okay, there we go. I got that. Okay, now I'm going to screw this back on after I screwed it so that I can shake it. Thing about mica is it's mica, so it's got all this stuff on the bottom of it. So you need to make sure, we're going to use the instructions from my camera, that you are shaking the bejeezies out of it. Bejeezies is a technical term for a lot. So that you get all of that solid stuff. There arose such a splatter. Thanks, Dad. It's funny. In there. Okay, specimen. A nice hunter green, kind of an olivey green. Oh, you could already see that it's turning out. And then we're going to use, this is actually my new favorite gold, Flickering Candle, which was in another Halloween set. Turns out it's a really beautiful orangey gold. If you really want that kind of tough gold. This is also a nice ASMR for those of you that enjoy that. There you go, helping you out. But I had to wait to get all of that mica off the top of it, right? You want to get all that mica off the top. So where it's a clear bottom. And then you want to drop it. And I'm just going in the diagonal a little bit more than my design, but I'm not hitting all of it. Oh, a sound of the shaker doesn't come through. Okay, well, hey, the microphone's doing a great job. And then last but not least, Crooked Broomsticks is a really good kind of bronzy gold or bronzy brown. Um, so I mean, for me, some of the best mica stains I've gotten have come from the Halloween collections. Terry's not on today, but they also had a really good purple and Hocus Pocus. So really good collection of Mica Mist. I don't know if they're doing another one this year or not, but I know some of the old collections Michelle had available in the sales. You might go back and look for those. I just highly recommend them. Oh, T, are you proud? Three colors, T. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. So here we go. We did the challenge, which was to use sunflower as the inspiration. We did that through pulling yellow, green, and brown. We did the Botanical Buzz collection from 49 and Market. We used some ribbon that Michelle has given us, some splatters. We didn't use a lot of stickers. In fact, I think we just used the enamel dot stickers. Otherwise, everything is rub-ons and die cuts. Have a couple chipboard pieces and the one Mickey embellishment. So a couple things this shows you. How to use the sunflower design for things that are not sunflower pictures. How to do Disney photos without a Disney collection. And also how cute my parents are, who are right there in their matching Epcot shirts. And that is my aunt and uncle. So we had a great time with an adult trip where John and I got to be the kids. It was a great trip. I will see you guys next Sunday where I'll do another challenge, hopefully from the 52 weeks. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week. I'm going to check the calendar real quick to tell you who's live the rest of the week. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we have tea at 8 p.m. And then Thursday, we have Tisa at 8 p.m. So you got a couple more lives this week. Hopefully you guys can enjoy that. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Amy. I will talk to you guys when I get back on live on Sunday. See you later. Bye, everyone.